The Frisian gods come from old stories that both Frisians and people from places like Norway shared. These gods were like characters that represented nature and important qualities to the Frisians, helping them understand the world and live better. Among these gods were Weda, similar to Odin or Woden, and Thuner, like Thor, who were known in many places. The Frisians also had their own special god, Nehalennia, who looked after sailors. The Frisians prayed to these gods for safety, good luck, and to make sense of natural events around them. Even though they later followed a new religion, Christianity, the stories and importance of these old gods are still remembered, showing the rich culture and beliefs of the Frisian people long ago. Forseti is the Frisian god of fairness and keeping things peaceful. He's different from other gods who often fight because he cares a lot about being fair and solving problems. Forseti is special to the Frisians because he helps keep peace and make sure arguments are solved in a good way. When people could easily start fighting over disagreements, Forseti was very important. He helped solve these disagreements in a fair way, keeping peace among people. This helped keep the community together. Forseti was part of the Thing, a meeting where laws were made and problems were solved. He was believed to have a special place called Heligoland, a peaceful island where he would listen to people's problems and find fair solutions. People worshipped Forseti in Heligoland, a place that showed how much he valued peace and fairness. This island was like a home for Forseti and showed how important he was in keeping the law and order among the Frisians. Nowadays it's a German island in the North Sea. Weda, known as Odin as he's widely known, plays a central role in Frisian mythology. Much like in other Germanic traditions, he's not just the top god because of his power, but also because of his deep desire to learn and understand everything. Woden's quest for knowledge was endless. He even gave up one eye to gain wisdom from Mimir's well, showing his dedication to learn about the world and its secrets. For the Frisians, Woden's wisdom was like a guiding light, helping them understand life's complex nature. More than just wise, Woden was a powerful war god. He chose the bravest warriors who died in battle to join him in Valhalla, preparing for the ultimate fight during Ragnarok. This showed the high honor placed on bravery and fighting valiantly. Woden was also a master of magic, especially known for his knowledge of runes, which he gained through great personal sacrifice. His ability to use these runes for speaking with the dead and casting spells showed his connection to both the physical and spiritual worlds. Woden's influence on Frisia was significant, with his aspects of wisdom, warfare, and magic leaving a lasting mark on their spiritual beliefs. The stories of Woden, woven into the fabric of Frisian culture, continue to fascinate, showing themes of sacrifice, honor, and the deep bond between the divine and the natural world. In Frisian stories, Thuner is a strong god linked to thunder. Like Thor from Norse myths, Thuner controls the sky and keeps chaos away. But Thuner has his own special place in Frisian tales. Let's explore his story. Thuner's power isn't just about being strong, it also means he can bounce back from tough times. He has a big hammer that can make and break things. Thuner protects people, fights off bad spirits, and makes sure the earth stays fertile. This gave people hope when times were hard. Thuner is closely connected to nature. People saw every thunderstorm as Thuner fighting dangers in the sky. But thunderstorms weren't just scary, they also brought rain for the crops, which was good for everyone. The Frisians celebrated Thuner with special parties and traditions because he could destroy and create. Thuner's story is still strong in Frisia. The tales about him, passed down from one generation to the next, remind us of nature's power and why we should protect our world. Even though old ways of believing have changed, Thuner's story shows the Frisian spirit. Nehalennia, another Frisian god, was known for looking after sailors and guiding those who dared the risky North Sea waters. Near the water, her special places were signs of hope. Sailors and traders gave her gifts, hoping for safe trips and good trades. They trusted Nehalennia because they were scared of the sea, respected its power, and believed in her protection. Nehalennia's world was full of signs like dogs for friendship and safety, fruit baskets for having enough to live on, and boats showing her link to sea travel. Finding these signs at her special places tells us how thankful and respectful people were. How did they talk to Nehalennia? by doing special acts, giving gifts and quietly hoping she'd hear their wishes through the sea breeze. Even though people stopped worshipping Nehalennia long ago, we still remember her. Finding old altars and writings helps us see how close people felt to the gods. Nehalennia's story helps us understand how our ancestors lived, travelled the seas, and wished for safety and enough to live well. As we wrap up our video about the Frisian gods, remember that we only talked about a few of them. There are many more gods that the Frisians believed in, each with their own stories. So, why did the Frisians eventually stop believing in these gods? Over time, as Christianity spread across Europe, it reached Frisia too. Political changes and the influence of Christian leaders and missionaries slowly changed old beliefs. Places where people once worshipped Frisian gods started to be taken over by churches, and Christian practices became more common. Though the worship of the Frisian gods has faded into history, their stories continue to fascinate and inspire. They remind us of a time when the sea was a realm of gods, and the world was filled with magic. They teach us about the values, fears, and hopes of our ancestors. And most importantly, they show us that even gods can become legends, their tales echoing through the ages.